Welcome back, Brainiacs, and it's another edition of Speaker Brains, and we have fucking Zach, fucking Josh, and fucking Travis.
It's fucking Snowmageddon. Although we don't get no snow. That's why it's called a Snowmageddon. We're just getting the fucking cold. We're not getting the snow.
So, like everything that's bad, or if it's a scandal, we're going to put gate at the end of it. And if it's something people aren't used to, we're going to put a Mageddon at it.
Mageddon? Well, have you seen some of the, like my mom, the snow?
Chad snowed in.
Fucking 4 feet. It's like 3-4 foot deep. I'm like, man, that's awesome.
I mean, it's only like 30 degrees outside. That's my weather right there, bro.
Yeah, but do it with like 3 feet of snow. You're going to be tired trying to stretch that.
Chad recorded a video of himself running out in the snow in his underwear. And
yeah, I saw that.
Doing snow angels.
Snow angels, that shit was hilarious.
Like, you were fucking hardcore, dude. So, alright. And everybody knows Guns N' Roses have...
Everybody knows.
They have come back with the original lineup, but I think one of them's not back. I can't remember if it's Duff.
No, Duff is there. Duff is there.
So
I believe Duff is there. Maybe
Izzy.
Izzy.
Izzy the one not...
Play that one.
Which one?
I think somebody's
got
not
download it
coming
because you
back.
don't have your shit. You don't get the shit I got. Fuck.
I'm not too excited about it. I feel like they're doing it for the money because, let's face it, nobody's buying Slash solo albums. You know, it's 2016. Nobody's buying any Slash. And, you know...
Nobody's buying Axl.
Axl Rose has...
Even though it has the Guns N' Roses banter on it, it's still not Guns N' Roses.
I don't know. We'll get there when we get there.
Yeah.
But,
Started off with Appetite for Destruction.
So, I think it'll be cool to see them together again, but...
They won't record another album, I'll tell you that right now. They're not recording another album.
Do not expect a new album. Especially if it took like 18
Why
years
is there a
for
wrestling ring?
Chinese Democracy to come out.
Devil Star.
But, yeah, so...
Devil Star Wrestling.
It's the Black Ops Zombie.
In honor of this recent reunion, we're gonna do a Guns N' Roses retrospective.
Not retrospective.
Yay! Oh my god, yay!
Yeah!
Talking about shit. Alright, so, first album is...
Oh, the original.
The classic fucking Appetite for Destruction.
I could have got that on vinyl.
Oh, really?
At a, excuse me, wow.
That was a very beery burp.
At a thrift store. I could have got it at a thrift store.
Damn.
But the dude was trying to sell it for $15. I said, dude, I could spend $12 and get it new.
God,
Oh my god.
And he didn't want to go down from his price. He goes, well, this is original. I said, it's in shit condition. Fuck you.
Wow. So, give me some thoughts on Appetite for Destruction, yo, because I have notes for everything.
He's got notes. Good. Can you borrow your notes? Let's see your cheat sheet.
Why is Welcome to the Jungle red when everything is white?
Well, look at the red.
Okay.
Well, if you know it says it's produced by blah blah blah
Yeah, I
or some
see
shit.
that.
That's just because a lot of CDs you'll look at, there might be an asterisk.
Yeah, there'll be a little star or something.
Yeah. An asterisk.
This is their one album that everybody knows.
Of course it does. Everyone knows Welcome to the Jungle.
Welcome to the Jungle and Paradise City and Sweet Child of Mine. Everybody knows those classic fucking
That's
songs.
what most people like anyway.
That's
about it.
Right. And then November Rain.
November Rain.
And then everything else is what?
Like they played.
I'm sorry. They have
Who's
4
that
songs that everyone knows. After that, it's like Metallica. How many fucking Metallica songs can your average person that says they love Metallica tell you? How many fucking songs?
Well,
First one they say is Enter Sandman, Fuel.
I love that Fuel.
Fuel, give me fire. They'll say
Sandman?
they will fucking say that. They will.
wow.
Dude, they don't know some fucking Master of
At
Puppets
least give some
shit.
Until It Sleeps.
Right?
God, man. Gosh.
Or some Call of Cthulhu.
This is a great album, though. It's a great debut album. It was like right at the end of the glam rock era, where
I'd say it was at a peak.
it was at the it was.
Our dead center of it.
Well, I would say it was like right there where people were. It's like right where we're at now with the superhero movies. This is when this came out. So this is the Deadpool of the fucking hair metal bands. I don't know. See, if you watch
Origins Deadpool, then
no, I'm talking about Deadpool. Like it's the cool one out of all of them that stands out the most. You know what I mean? Everything else is carbon copies.
Next to your Poisons and your White Snakes, Guns N' Roses was took a pretty cool. They were heavier than most bands like that.
Yeah, and the guitar stood out more than most because of a great guitar
They
player.
weren't too glammy though.
Yeah, they were.
They had the big hair. That's really they didn't dress like Aerosmith.
No,
they didn't wear.
They weren't
didn't.
even that big.
They didn't
Like,
even Van Halen the shit.
Yeah.
They just, I don't know.
It was a metal band or it was a rock band put out. It was a sleazy, cheesy rock band put out
Sleazy and cheesy
around the same time. All the hair metal bands were popular, and this was the one thing that was like, well, there's something.
This was like
a little different.
This was like a mainstream band that like Metallica and Slayer fans could buy and not feel ashamed.
Yeah,
Wow.
like
I don't know, I
if
think
a
it might still
Metallica
be a
fan and a
shame.
Slayer, actually, if a Slayer fan bought a fucking Poison album, you might as well shoot yourself.
Poison. Or Scorpions.
You have been a gold member for 7 years.
Which is weird. I haven't really.
Yeah, I know.
Because
That's what mine
had it
says.
gone for, I didn't use it for like a year or something, but it still says whatever.
Mine says about 5 years, and I'm like, I've only had live.
Crazy.
Honestly,
I mean, this is a
about
good
2.
album though. I like this album. Oh man, Guns N' Roses. It's
Do you have Killer Instinct?
yeah on my hard drive.
Fucking shit.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, look, they look more like they don't even look glammy because I mean they're wearing leather,
Yeah.
they're black, they're grungy looking.
That's what I was saying. It was coming out. Of
I
the
mean, Axl Rose wearing his fucking, the fucking leather wife beater vest thing. That's kind of. He just looks like a fucking hippie with that headband.
Yeah, this is the. You always kind of got two Guns N' Roses fans. You've got the ones that love Appetite, and then you have the ones that love Appetite and don't really like the Use Your Illusions albums, and then you got the ones that love the Use Your Illusions stuff, and they get bitched at for liking the Use Your Illusions stuff. I don't know. This. I'm gonna say it right now. It's a decent debut, and I bought this back in. I started getting.
It's not a decent. I would say it's a really classic debut, because not many bands hit the fucking note on the head with their first effort.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like
Well, it's better than what else was out there in time.
That's like the first STP, the first Nirvana, the first fucking Pearl Jam. They all were albums that people talk about today. That's what Appetite for Destruction was.
Yeah, but this is
one of those debut albums that is probably their best one, and they're never gonna top. You might have a different opinion.
I can't agree with that. I think they get better. This album to me, alright.
Great introduction.
It's just standard 80s blues-based metal to me, and that gets boring. Every song starts to blend in together, and I do like a lot of the tracks. Like It's So Easy is good. Out to Get Me is average. Guns N' Roses shit. Mr. Brownstone kicks ass. The fucking awesome ass
Mr. Brownstone.
My Michelle is pretty cool. Thinking About You is
Ba-ba.
boring. And You're Crazy just sort of sounds like everything else on the album. And I like it best when Axl sings in his lower
play
register.
Go to the full rare replay
Fuck
game.
that.
He's doing
We're
something.
talking about GNR.
I know. See, I like this because he likes this first album a lot and doesn't like everything else. He likes everything afterwards. I'm in a take it or leave it. I'm not a big Guns N' Roses fan.
Yeah,
I like
I'm
a few
just trying
songs.
to guide him on the.
Some of their
page
newer
of
stuff
nothing.
is still good. They've got good stuff. He had his problems when he started drinking too much and they had too much infighting within the band.
But yeah, so you got, alright,
Go to the
Steve
whole
Adler
rear replay.
plays
Right
drums
there.
on here.
Yeah.
And,
Right. Over 30 games.
I know.
We have done this before, where I'm talking to Josh about random shit when you're.
I'm trying to
rambling
listen
on.
to this. I'm listening to both of y'all.
Right.
I'm reading his things. I'm reading them. That's what I like about
You
it.
can read his handwriting.
Yeah, it's better than mine.
Wow.
I think the song Anything
I wanna
Goes
see your handwriting.
is good until he starts singing. The intro is awesome. But then here's something weird. Here's something weird that I noticed, okay? The song Rocket Queen.
Rocket, rocket, all of my rocket sauce, all of my fucking rocket sauce. All of my
That song's
rocket sauce.
intro gives me a facelift era Alice in Chains vibe.
Really? I like that. That's a good.
And
Nah, go ahead. I'm
I
looking
don't
for
want
my
to play
smokes.
one.
Go ahead.
No, I'm
But,
actually bored of this.
Nah.
I bought this album.
Plenty of games to be fun.
I bought this album back. I started getting into Guns N' Roses heavily around 2001, toward the tail end of 2001. And
Oh, you turned it off?
and
Oh, come on, man.
That's about time we. Sorry, I guess you did start listening about time hang up. I never heard you listen to Guns N' Roses.
but see, I played them when you and I started hanging out. You started
was
coming
kinda
around
done with
about
it.
2003. Yeah, I'd already heard as much as I wanted to hear then.
It's like, oh, I'm done with this jackass.
But then that's when,
You started getting into Cradle of Filth.
yeah,
Josh pretty much introduced you to Cradle of Filth.
pretty much.
I did. Really?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
You and April's sister, Cece.
Her name was Cece.
Yeah. See ya. Like pizza.
Cece's.
And this album to me, this is the first time I've listened to it probably since 2002.
Damn.
What is
And
it?
Appetite for Destruction.
And it's-
Oh
did it
wow!
still hold good
That's
to
when
you?
you bought it.
That
No.
one?
It didn't hold up. Like I liked.
It's got a couple tracks. You're like, okay, this is good. Everything else.
Well,
is
see,
meh.
back then you were just becoming a guitar player.
Yeah, I
you
was
were
just
just starting to
starting-
do some lead stuff, and that spoke to you at that time. So that's why it was really interesting to you.
I mean, look
I
at
mean,
that.
To listen to. Yeah, right. I mean, you're still channeling your
Look at
inner
the hair.
Slash.
I mean,
You're
he doesn't have
still
as much hair.
channeling your
And he's
inner
not
Slash,
Jewish.
but
I don't know. The album is, to me, it's one of those classic debuts, but I don't like it as much as everybody else.
I mean, I don't like it. That's why I don't even have it. We went through my whole collection, and the only Guns N' Roses that I have is, sadly, the Chinese Democracy. And the only reason I have that is because it came from fucking Goodwill.
And I don't know. It's just it holds up as well as an 80s metal album can. I mean, that's really the best I can say about it, because it really is just standard blues-based heavy metal. And with the exception of the guitar solos are good, but to me, when you look at 80s stuff, man, Kirk Hammett kills Slash on solo.
Oh, fuck
on lead
yeah.
guitar. You know what?
Yeah.
Back then I didn't know that much, so I thought it was amazing.
And we didn't care enough about Metallica.
Back then, Metallica made these guys. These guys weren't considered metal compared to Metallica. Metallica was thrash metal. They're like this fucking
They were.
hammering
They were
fucking guitar
thrash.
riffs and chords. And this crap right here, it was just like slow, just whiny, drony, kind of, chanty. I mean, it was like if that was metal at the time, our age, if we were kids then, we'd be the Metallica kids, and the parents would have been the ones listening to the Guns N' Roses.
In a way.
That was more like the grown-ups listen.
Or the preps, I guess. I don't know, man. I wasn't there.
It was the soccer moms
I
metal.
don't even know, man. I wasn't there.
You had
It's
these
just-
sex symbols and they played metal, and that's like mom's like, I'm cool, I'm hip, I listen to Guns N' Roses.
Like, I liked this album way more when I was 14. But now, at almost 30, I was like, it's passable. It's passable. Now,
It's dated.
this is where, alright, my Guns N' Roses opinion is about to start getting sort of controversial as we go along, and people will find out why.
Well, because you consider it gets better over time?
That, and
Well, I mean,
some
it would
things-
theoretically make sense because the band should always be better than their first album.
They should always continue.
Because
to
if you
be
didn't,
better.
you're just a one-hit wonder.
But for the most part, everybody always says nothing's better than Appetite for Destruction, man.
Well, that's because that's the only one that they know.
And so
And then again, it's only those 4 songs that they know.
so it's gonna be weird.
The song that's been hammered into them in TV shows, movies, commercials.
For a
And
mature
then, but
audience.
check it out. Also, I found out
Conquers.
November Rain was almost on this album.
Because it was probably already completed.
Yeah, he had it written, but they decided to go with Sweet Child of Mine and said, okay, well, we should only have one ballad on this album.
Ha!
Yeah.
Ooh, one
And
ballad.
Sweet Child of Mine is awesome, dude. That guitar riff, that lead, that's really cool.
You know what's funny? He also said that he wrote that as a carnival thing.
Yeah, it was just a little, like, finger exercise.
Yeah.
Like, Axl Rose was upstairs playing with his piano or some shit and heard Slash downstairs doing it. So, like, he's up there playing his piano to it or something and singing to it, and he, like, runs down there, hey, let's use this in a song, man. And then even, like,
That's cool.
I even want to say it was the bassist had a problem coming up with a bass line to it or something, or was it the drummer who had a problem coming up with the drums for it? I can't remember. But somebody in the band had a problem coming up with
I
something
can
to
see
go
it being
along
the
with
drummer.
Because you got that. But yeah, to me it's a passable fucking debut album. I mean, it's not, to me it's not their best.
Nintendo
It's not their
64.
best by far.
Well, it's
And-
even so much passable. It's a good start.
yeah, it's a damn good
It's not like they
start.
started off bad and then got better. They started off good and got better.
But listening to them all again today, I always liked the Use Your Illusion albums more. And going back to it today, I remembered why. But now we're going to go into their second album, which is, it really is an EP, but it was sold as a studio album.
How long was it after?
Year, 1988. And this is GNR Lies, or Guns N' Roses Lies. Now, I'll never forget, you bought me that album, Josh.
I did?
Yeah. That was the day you had, like, taken some money from your parents.
Oh, yeah.
We fucking, like, ordered, like, 4 pizzas at the fucking, and we were playing Halo all night with Matt and Nick. And Nick was all like, I don't want any pizza.
And as soon as the pizza got showed, he took a whole damn pizza. You son of a bitch. You should have just said something.
And then, like, you found out that, shit, I'm gonna just take the tank and Halo and just kill everybody with that.
I just slaughtered them.
Yeah, I remember, dude, because, like, we were at Chuck's CD place, man. And
That
I
was
saw it.
cool.
And I was like, dude, this is the only Guns N' Roses I don't have. And I was like, dude, you gotta buy it for me. And you were like, alright, you can service me later. And I was like, alright, dude, hell yeah. And I remember Chuck fucking dying laughing. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
I remember that now.
why is he laughing? What's so funny about that? And I'm like,
Oh, he didn't even get it. It went right over his head.
Yeah, dude. Trust just wanted the CD. That's all he was thinking about. He didn't think about the repercussions.
That was good.
But,
I remember listening. Gotta love that. Fucking Uzi Suicide.
yeah, dude.
That's a badass label.
Like, so do y'all even remember anything up here? I know Zach knows a couple, like, I Used to Love Her, but I
Yeah.
Haven't Killed
Yeah,
Her.
I
Used to
remember that.
love her.
Patience.
There's only a few. Like the more
One in a
acoustic
million.
Yeah, 1 in a Million.
And even though it's sold as an acoustic or a EP, it has 8 songs.
8 songs. That's more.
How long do you want your record to be?
I mean, because even for
fucking
It's only
Paranoid
4
was 8 songs.
Yeah, it's only 4 songs less than their debut.
Pop
Right?
Sex Beast.
I mean, nowadays
Plus, you
everyone
got
wants
one
their.
pin up in there. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. But yeah, this, I'm gonna say it right here.
Gay vicar and gangbang whore. Grandma batters baby basher. Gotta love that.
I'm gonna say it right now. This album blows Appetite for Destruction out of the fucking water.
Because the whole it's got 8 songs, and those 8 songs are better than the 4 big ones from the first one.
They are, to me, they are.
Oh,
Alright, look, I have 2 pages of notes for this one.
This game sucks.
Fucking.
Holy crap, it does. He's not lying.
The first half of the album is 4 live songs from their original EP, Live Like a Suicide. And the next 4 are
Yoda.
new tracks recorded for this, all acoustic.
1986
And
1988.
But the song You're Crazy is an acoustic version of the song You're Crazy on their first album, and apparently this is how it was originally intended to be released. And Axl Rose even said that he loved the way the band sounded on the acoustic stuff, but he hated his voice. And, well,
There we go.
there's a couple covers on this album. Mama Ken is an Aerosmith cover on the live section, and they kick its ass. Nice Boys is a Rose Tattoo cover, and they kick its ass. Nice boys don't play rock and roll. Then the song I Used to Love Her is a joke song.
I had to kill her. They still play that on the radio now, man.
Yeah.
I love that song.
After Izzy heard a song on the radio and bitched about that it was just some guy whining about some broad who was treating him bad, they wrote this song, and people always think that it's about an ex-girlfriend, which I thought it was
Shit, I
too.
got 5
It's
more
just
to go.
him bitching about some guy bitching about his.
Nah, it's about Axl Rose's dog.
What? Oh my god!
Yeah, that's awesome.
I like that. That's really cool.
That's something you don't know.
I did, yeah.
And
Thanks
I
for
thought
that
it was
useless
so funny.
information, Travis.
Where'd you find that out?
Wikipedia's.
Oh, I don't know.
Wikipedia.
You don't know if
Jessica.
you never know if that could be truly, honestly true. You can go in there and say anything on Wikipedia.
It's the internet. It must
It's
be
internet.
true.
It must be true.
But
But it's so crazy, it must be.
then the song Reckless Life is a Hollywood Rose cover, which was the original Guns N' Roses before Slash joined.
Wikipedia.
Sue's toes shot off by Snatch Gang. What? I love these titles of this shit on here.
Move to the City is awesome, and it's got fucking horns in it. Like,
Any song that has horns in it, man, automatic, great.
it kicked ass. When I was listening to it today,
Oh
I was
my
like,
God, there's
damn.
no run.
I have not
Oh,
heard...
this is awful.
I haven't heard Lies since I had first got it that night that you had bought it for me. And then the second half,
I don't even know
when
where
you
I'm at.
finish
Someone played this last. I did.
with Mama Ken, the first half of all the live stuff is like really fucking energetic, really fucking heavy, like the best to me they had ever sounded in that era. And then when you get to the second half, instantly after Mama Ken, you go into Patience, which is like this soft ballad. It's like hitting a brick fucking wall. To me, Patience is good on its own, but if you're listening to this album all the way through, when you get to Patience, it's like, what the fuck, man? What the fuck?
That's a good thing, or it could be a bad thing. You're like, wow.
Yeah, it really throws the vibe off. But then you once you accept the new turn and then get into all the acoustic stuff, it's really fucking good. And Used to Love Her is fucking awesome. And the version of You're Crazy,
God damn it.
to me is way better on here than it is on Appetite for Destruction.
No, that is retarded. Why would you get out? No!
And the song One in a Million is really fucking good,
Yeah.
man. It blows me away. That to
I
me is
died.
a million times better than Appetite for Destruction. I like the different vibe from the band. The acoustic side is awesome. And I almost like them better with the acoustic stuff than the loud electric heavy metal shit. They almost sound better like
They are good at their ballads.
And here's another weird thing that I'm going to say. This to me is their Jar of Flies.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause, alright, look at this, man. You got Alice in Chains, you got Facelift, Dirt, and then they chill it out on Jar of Flies. You get like, what, 7 tracks of mostly acoustic, really fucking good shit?
That's exactly what they did here.
Exactly. You get an EP of some really good live shit, then some really good fucking acoustic shit that sounds better than their normal shit. I ain't gonna lie, dude. I love Alice in Chains, but Jar of Flies, it is the ultimate Alice in Chains, like in that little collection. And that shit right there, man, fucking kills Appetite for Destruction for me. Fucking mind blowing, dude. And I was listening to it today. I was like, man, this is just crazy, dude. Like, it fucking kicked its ass. I used to love her, but I had to kill her.
Wife beating has
Got
been
her
around
in
for
my
10,000 years.
backyard. Huh?
It says right there, wife beating has been around for 10,000 years.
Damn.
Man sues ex-wife. She took my sperm without permission.
I never really even read all the articles on there.
It's funny.
But then,
You see, a song originally written acoustically right after the band was signed to Geffen Records, only to be transformed into rehearsal and live into the version heard on Appetite Destruction. You're crazy, it says right there what it's about. For Destruction, now it's been taken back to its original pace, though it has remained electric, none of which has been done for better or worse, only for the sake of something to do. We do what we want. It seemed like the record company wanted it to be electric.
yeah.
They didn't want to have an acoustic song on Appetite for
Probably.
Destruction.
So next, what's 3 years later, 88 to 91?
Use your
These are great albums, I will say. There are a lot of songs on these that I do know.
Use Your Illusion 1 and Use Your Illusion 2. The magnum opus, dude. of
This is
Guns
their
N'
this
Roses.
is the, this is their peak.
It is.
Well, that's
it
why
is.
that's the magnum opus. Their
It's
greatest
the fucking,
achievement.
What the magnum opus?
That's what it means. The greatest.
the best thing they've done.
Okay.
It was
Why is
all
this so
building up to
heavier
this.
than this?
I don't know. Maybe there's more shit in the lyric book.
Yeah, it looks like a thicker book.
That seems like a thicker book. But
Yeah.
this one, I don't know. This seems just about as thick. How many
I think you
pages?
gotta admit that is a cool logo. Two
Yeah,
guns
dude.
with the roses
Yeah.
and thorns
Yeah.
wrapped around it.
And then it bleeding. Hey,
Boobs.
Man.
Boobs.
pubes,
Boobs.
pubes.
Yeah, with Slash top hat on the skull.
Then you gotta have your fucking compilation or collage of all your pictures,
Wow.
lyrics.
G
Guns
and
and
fucking R.
fucking roses.
G and F and R's.
Wow, they're identical.
Yeah.
They could have went at least did something different there.
Oh, that's exactly identical. Oh
It
my
is.
god. Wow. How many months apart?
Same day.
You can
Same
look at
day?
Same day.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
they were. Oh, did they?
This right here.
See, nowadays, this should have been put together
Look at the band.
in one package. That is retarded. Why would they do that, especially back then when shit was?
Why? You know why? Fucking Axl Rose. That's why.
Oh my
Look
god,
here.
dude.
You got the fucking black leather, and then you got casual wear up here. These fucking
My
douchebags.
god, man.
They look grunge right there. Those two. Get grunge.
So give me some thoughts on these two albums, yo.
Well, Illusion 1.
Of course, everyone knows "Knocking on Heaven's Door."
Don't know right next door to hell. Dustin Bones.
Locomotive.
Live and Let Die. That's a great cover,
Live and
man.
Let
Great
Die.
cover.
Down.
What is Don't Cry hyphen original?
I do not know.
Okay.
Oh, because
Don't
They
Cry
have-
is the one I skipped
they
today.
have two. Because
And
this one's
Tristan was
"Don't
like,
Cry,"
"This
all
song's
lyrics.
All lyrics. So they have Don't Cry on both of them?
I guess so.
Yeah,
I've
that
never. Hate to say it,
kinda
but I never
stupid.
noticed that.
Yeah, because they have "Don't Cry," all lyrics.
So really the
Right.
only one that people know on this album is November Rain
Pretty
Live and
much.
Let Die.
and Live and Let Die?
Like on here, you got "Knock on Heaven's Door."
That it?
Let's see. Let's see.
Civil War.
Civil War.
Civil War.
I mean, Knocking on Heaven's Door. That's what it is.
You Can Be Mine. I think.
Knocking on Heaven's Door is Civil War, man. You can sing Knocking on Heaven's Door while listening to Civil War.
I don't need your Civil War.
Knocking on Heaven's Door. It's this. They even play the same chords. I swear to you, dude.
Well,
How did you not catch that?
Well, they're not the only band to ever do that. And they still
Oh, I
do that
know,
shit
but
nowadays.
that's on the same record. You have notes, sir, and you didn't think of that. I understand.
Mike Clink. That's kind of cool name. Produced by Mike Clink.
What is Perfect Crime doing?
This album, man. Both of these.
Yeah, we just traded. Did you see that?
That'd be
That's
kind of
what
cool if it
Eskimo
was a double
brothers
disc
do.
set.
So you get a new drummer.
Right, like fucking System of a Down.
You get a new drummer now. They lose Adler for Matt Sorum,
Okay, how's the drumming
who
difference?
drummed for the Cult. The drumming difference is a big reason why most of this album changes music. Yeah, fucking way fucking better.
So they just lost drummers. They didn't lose any.
just drummers.
Ooh, this looks like shit.
But fucking.
But fuck.
This one you get is the real first time where other members of the band sang on songs. Like Izzy
Damn,
sings
both
on
of these look like shit. Fuck.
Izzy sings on Dust and Bones and
Sorry.
You Ain't the First and Double Talk and Jive. And
You
then
got
on
these
Use Your
used.
Illusion 2, Izzy sings on 14 Years, and Duffy sings on So Fine. And the album covers is actually a painting from Raphael's The School of Athens.
There's 16 on this one and 14 on this one.
Yeah, and I think Use Your Illusion.
Why didn't they
one-
just put 16 on both of them?
I think they both
Or
should have been
15 on
14.
both of them?
That's a
Wait.
fucked up picture.
This is 16 and this is 14.
The song's Dead Horse.
Yeah,
is a
they
dead
could have made
horse with
both of
tarp
them
on it in the
15.
picture. That's kinda
They
good.
could have made both of these 15 tracks.
They could have.
That's
There
stupid.
could be a reason behind it. You never know.
But I love the new direction on these two albums. They are better than the debut.
DB.
And
It's better than a DB.
what's great about these albums is you get sort of your standard Guns N' Roses sound, only it sounds better. Like Right Next Door to Hell could be your standard Appetite for Destruction song, but it just sounds better. Dust and Bones is awesome. Man, dude, their covers of Live and Let Die and Knocking on Heaven's Door kick
Great.
ass. Kick
Those are great
ass.
songs.
I love the Paul McCartney version of Live and Let Die, but Guns N' Roses fucking do that shit justice. And sadly, I love their cover of Sympathy for the Devil,
Yeah.
but sadly, the only album you can buy that on is the Greatest Hits album.
Yeah, see, that's the only thing, because when I think Guns N' Roses, I still always think Sympathy for the Devil, because that is the best version of
And
it.
it fits so well with the badass in like the ending to Interview with
Interview
the
with the
Vampire.
It was perfect when he turned on the radio
And he's
that,
like,
that's the
he's
best
regenerating and shit, and it's fucking playing that song. It's like, yeah, dude, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that truly is they really, too bad they did not do it originally, and you can't get it on an actual Guns N'
I
Roses.
know, man. Because I love the Rolling Stones version, but just like with the Paul McCartney version, man, I don't know, they add some attitude to it that
Well, it fits it.
yeah, it helps the song.
I mean, because like the song itself is what it was about. They added the attitude into it that went with it.
Like, it doesn't take away from the originals, and it adds just enough to make it unique, and they're badass. And Don't Cry is boring. Perfect Crime is normal GNR.
Standard fare.
You Ain't the First is awesome because it's like a bluesy acoustic track. And then Bad Obsession has some sweet ass harmonica blues in there. Kind of reminds me of like some Roseanne shit.
Roseanne.
Yeah, the harmonica.
The harmonica and the intro and the outro.
Yeah.
Show. Yeah.
Keep waiting for like Roseanne to be passing pizza around the table. I'm hearing it.
That's a good way to think about it.
And then Use Your Illusion 2, man. That one I like a little more than one, because the Welcome to My World, is that what it's called on there? Is like fucking wild, man. You want to step into my world? Fucking, and then it's got that song Yesterdays, dude. Yesterday, there was so many things I was never told, but now that I'm starting to learn, I feel that I'm growing old. But yesterday's got nothing for me. Pictures that I only see. I just moved the pages in my book of memories. I fucking love that song, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking,
Of course, knocking on heaven's door.
yeah, Knock on Heaven's Door rocks.
Knocking.
I remember Dad showed me how to play that on guitar back in the day.
And Axl Rose's voice was perfect for that song.
Yeah, and that's
that
the thing,
high
dude.
pitch he can do that. Just that.
I like Axl's voice, man. Like,
Yeah,
he
see,
can-
the original version is very slow and very soft. It's very simplistic. They made it
awesome.
epic.
Yeah.
They made it like arena fucking big.
Yeah,
They made that shit like
That's why
you
it's the
can hear
big
that
deal
shit
shit on
at
this
a
album.
fucking Super Bowl game.
That would have been truly the absolute peak of it.
They fucking did it, dude. And then
They-
November Rain to me is like the most boring shit ever.
Thank you.
High five. I agree, man.
Until-
Thank you.
It truly is.
Yes,
But
sir.
Until that ending part with the
Yeah,
badass
until his
solo.
fucking
Slash saves it.
That is
dude.
where it's at,
It's like-
man.
It's like playing Rock Band or one of those games and you're just dying.
just bored.
All of a sudden the guitarist finally comes in and saves
And
it.
then-
It's like fucking 12 minutes long and it's so fucking boring, dude. Like, even the second half with the decent solo isn't as good as that ending, man, when it's like, don't you think that you need somebody? Or don't you think that you need someone? Yeah, dude, like, that song is boring.
Why couldn't the
as
song, the whole
fuck.
song, be like that?
Yeah, and then when you finally get it's worth listening to just to get to
So
that
they made
part.
that weird ballad at the end. They finally made a power ballad at the end of it.
And
They had
like-
two ballads they stuck together.
And it kicks ass at the end, like, where it's like, damn.
I wonder if
dude.
Slash was like, this sucks.
And then it's so cool he's standing on the two different pianos or whatever the fuck. And
That's an epic video. You
the
can't give that
helicopter
away
swooping
from it.
in. Dude, that music video is like a Michael Bay music video.
Did he not direct it?
I have no clue. I have no clue. If he did, it would
Good
be
for you,
obvious.
man. That's a great video.
But like, dude, those two albums, man, are the best that they fucking did, man. And it, to me, like, you can't fucking go wrong with either of them. And it's one of those double albums where it doesn't really get boring. But I
If you listen to both of them back to back, dude, that's like 30 songs.
but see, that's the cool thing though, is you don't.
You don't have to, but
Yeah, it's not like a
you
double
can't-
album where you
they-
have to listen to them all together.
yeah, it is because they were released on the same day.
But it's not-
Technically, it's their white album. Technically, it is.
I'm glad it's not a concept album or anything. You know
the
what I
white
mean?
album wasn't a concept album.
But that's what I'm saying is you can be like one day you can be like I just want to hear part one, the next day you can be like I just want to hear part two. You're not missing anything. Like you can't do that with Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness. You can't do that with The Wall. You can't do that with fucking Tales from the Topographic Oceans. You know what I mean? Like those are albums that are meant to be played side by side, whereas this you can cherry pick your shit.
Yeah, because there's no
I would just
theme, there's no run, they're just fucking epic songs.
I would just pick songs.
And I hear it, and it
honestly,
works.
I hate to be the one that's
Yeah, there are
not
songs
a
I
big
would skip,
Guns N'
definitely.
Roses song.
Don't Cry.
I would skip some songs.
November Rain. Or you skip
I
the,
would
you
skip
the next
I
song.
would-
You
I
get-
would skip halfway
No,
through
no.
a
You skip to the
November
next
Rain.
song and then just go backwards.
What is the hourly? I gotta fight.
Yeah,
It's
man,
like
those two
more,
albums
yeah.
are amazing. And sadly, what would be technically the final Guns N' Roses album for like 18 years.
Spaghetti incident.
The fucking spaghetti incident.
Chock
Oh,
full of
yeah.
unsavory subject matter and explicit lyrics, etc., etc. So don't say we didn't warn you.
Yeah. No, it's chock full of bullshit.
Did you listen to it again?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Like earlier today, like you were like, I didn't hear it. It's been late. I
Yeah,
didn't even
today
listen
was
to
the
it when I
first
bought
time
it.
I listened to this album all the way through since the day I bought it.
You
And
didn't even
it's-
listen to it all the way through then.
It still sucks. 2 years later.
I mean, it's an album of nothing but covers. What do you expect?
and
It's not gonna be good. It's not gonna hold up next to the last
Oh,
one.
these pictures of them. Except for
there's no
Slash,
Izzy
man.
on here.
They age like fucking milk.
You've got some dude named Gilby Clark, or Gilby Clark,
Kilby.
and
There
most
is
of these
there is
songs,
the Charles Manson song though.
some of these songs were recorded during the Use Your Illusion sessions, but re-recorded with Gilby Clark.
Lame.
So you have no Izzy on here. And apparently, Use Your Illusion was going to be 4 discs long. It was almost a 4
Why?
disc album. Who the fuck knows?
Why? Oh my god.
Well, see,
dude.
they were doing so good with their covers of other bands' songs that
They only had
they
one
wanted to see
real
if they could do a
album
whole one,
before
and
that.
then they fucking.
Why would they be so ambitious and say our next one is gonna be 4?
Seriously.
They had one before that.
This
I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
They just
They
picked
left
the
a
worst
big
songs to
impact
cover.
on the fucking music industry, and they deserve their mark on what they've done. You know what I mean? Like they're well deserving on what they've done. But goddamn, is that not ambitious? To be like
Pretentious.
pretentious and very ambitious for their second
'Cause I
full
mean-
studio record is gonna be 4.
2 discs is already ambitious enough, but
Wow.
4 gets self-indulgent.
Well, see,
Yeah,
it's
the
good they
Beatles
did
didn't
it.
get into 4 till like their 10th album.
Because if they had done this with that one, they'd have fucking brought that.
I said like,
Because they picked these weird random songs, and then they picked some big names that they tried to fucking do covers of, and then they fucking fail miserably.
And a lot of these bands that they do covers of, I've never even heard these bands before. And like Zach just said, it's got the Charles Manson song. It's a hidden track, and you know what? It fucking sucks too.
yeah.
It fucking
The
sucks.
only reason they did it because it was Charles Manson.
I mean, fuck. No wonder Charles Manson did not make it in the music industry, because it fucking
I mean,
sucked.
didn't the the Beach Boys,
Beach
didn't
Boys.
they do some of theirs or write or sing some of his songs?
Yeah, I don't know the full story behind all that, but yeah, like, was it Brian Wilson that was hanging out with him a little bit?
Probably Brian Wilson. He's the only name that everyone remembers.
But this album, alright,
Misfits is one of the biggest ones on here.
the song,
Misfits? They do
Yeah.
a Misfits
Attitude.
cover?
Yeah, Attitude.
What?
Misfits, T-Rex,
T-Rex. What song from T-Rex?
oh,
It
it's a medley.
Buick, McCain, Big Dumb.
So they go into, what is that? What's that fucking song? 20th century boy, 20th century boy.
and of course Nazareth.
I wanna be
Yeah,
your
Red Hair
toy.
Dog.
But check it,
Did you go into that?
I do not even remember.
Really? You didn't.
But
you
what
get
fucked
to it,
with
you
me?
skipped it.
What fucked with me is Buick McCain, the T-Rex song,
That's
roll-
T-Rex.
Yeah,
Yeah.
rolls into Big Dumb Sex, which is a old ass Soundgarden song, and it's the one that's
What?
like, yeah,
Why would they do Soundgarden?
I know, on the same fucking song, and it's like, I know what I wanna do, I'm gonna fuck you, on like fucking early ass Soundgarden album, one of them that I have, and it kind of
Wow.
threw me for a loop because I didn't know of it at the time when I bought this album. But no, man, you got Since I Don't Have You is a cool little doo-wop sounding song from the Skyliners, never heard of them. And then you've got New Rose, which is a boring ass cover of some band called The Damned. And then you have Down on the Farm, which is pretty boring, and it's a UK sub song. And then you have Human Being from the New York Dolls, and that is boring. Then you have Raw Power from Iggy Pop and the Stooges. And it's pretty good, but makes me want to hear fucking
The original.
Stooges.
Yeah.
And then Ain't It Fun from the Dead Boys. Good, but forgettable.
It's weird, dude. It's down up circle. Weird.
Then it goes into that Hair of the
next
Dog.
one.
I don't like.
That now you're messing with them.
Right.
Son of a bitch, y'all messing. They do it
Yeah.
pretty good. Their version isn't bad.
They started playing that on the radio recently, and I was like, why doesn't this sound like the original? Why are they playing this? So then I searched up cover song on Google, and it came up that Guns N' Roses did
That's
it,
right,
and
yeah.
someone posted a fucking video in 2014, and I was like, there's no way Guns N' Roses came back in 2014 and made. So I looked up Guns N' Roses and I saw that they did it on this album. And I was like, I don't know anything off of this, and that's kind of dumb that they did that.
And their version of Attitude from the Misfits is Danzig era Misfits, and they do a pretty good version of that.
Yeah, you just can't mess with the Misfits. Danzig.
And
was
I don't know jack shit about the Misfits, and I have a couple Danzig
I like
albums.
the
I
Misfits.
love the Misfits.
I have Demon Thrall, I have Lucifudge, and I have I have Danzig's little Black Aria fucking symphony.
My
Devil
favorite,
album.
My favorite one is what is it? Monsters. What album is that? Famous Monsters or something like that.
And then there's a song called Black Leather from a band called The Professionals, and it's boring. And then You Can't Put Your Arms Around a Memory from Johnny Thunders, don't know that guy, and it's boring. And I Don't Care About You from a band called Fear, and it's decent. And then that rolls into the Charles Manson boring ass bullshit song. This, for seriously like 18 years, was the final Guns N' Roses album. What a shitty way to fucking end your career.
Right.
What a shitty.
I mean, that's the last
fucking
one
way.
with all the original members.
Not even, because you don't have Izzy on there, and Slash doesn't fucking shine on here. There is nothing on here that is worth a fuck. It is forgettable. It is wretched, awful fucking album to
Yeah,
me.
isn't this when that he was actually
Oh, God.
Slash was fighting? all
Yeah,
the
this
time?
is the reason they call it the Spaghetti Incident is because their original drummer Steve Adler, was apparently bitching about how they had a food fight, and Axl Rose was throwing spaghetti at him, and fucking Adler's lawyer referred it to the Spaghetti Incident, and so they titled this
Stuck.
album. That's the best thing about this album is
There's
the
a
story
stupid
of the
little
title.
story about
Yeah.
it. Because Guns N' Roses have
No,
always
no.
been little fucking bitches.
Axl Rose is a prima donna
They've always been little bitches.
because he thinks he's the shit.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Luke Cage.
Without fucking Slash, the rest of the band, he
But what blows me away is, alright, this is a full album of covers. What did we just previously discuss? The fact that before
They do
this,
really
their
good
covers
covers.
were great,
all
and
their
this one
covers
is
were
just
great.
garbage.
What the fuck happened here?
It's the fucking infighting of the band, all the fucking drug and alcohol use, fucking Axl Rose being a dick.
Fucking bullshit. I was so fucking pissed at this album. I was like, this is bullshit. And I still fucking hate it to this day. And it's sad, dude. If your final album is gonna be a cheap ass cover album, like Rage Against the Machine's final album, that's fucking sad, dude. I don't like that.
I mean,
kind
you
of
just
shit.
had nothing to fucking offer anymore. You couldn't think of
Yeah.
anything. You spent all those years, couldn't think of anything, so we're just gonna take other people's shit and just try to make it better.
And I'm just glad that like Primus's and the Chocolate Factory album is so amazing as a cover album that if that is their final album, I'll be satisfied enough. But because it's so fucking good. But
It makes
like,
you wonder how long they worked on that.
this is fucking awful. This is fucking awful, man. So, in the years since everybody left, and
Slash went on and started doing his own thing.
many
Boom!
musicians joined and left Guns N' Roses.
Wasn't Axl Rose gone?
Many.
No, he kept the name.
He kept the name. Okay, yeah, he was gone.
He
now.
bought the name.
No,
He
he's
fucking bought
still
that
there,
name.
man.
Oh, so everyone else left, and he finally. Oh, yeah, that's right. Slash and all them. They're trying to be friends long enough to make a new album, which could be kind of cool.
But man,
And this is not the first time we've heard this
It
title.
doesn't look like we're gonna have fried okra tonight.
obviously,
I'm sorry.
it'll be alright.
Do it next weekend.
Save it for tomorrow or something.
There you go.
But Chinese democracy, man. Alright, this album cost more than $13 million to make because he. Check this out. Geffen Records gave him $1 million to finish the album, and they said, we'll give you another $1 million if you can finish it by March 1999. Well, he had, in August of 99, 30 songs recorded. So why the fuck did it take another 9 years for this to come out? You had 30
That's
songs,
fucking
dude.
nuts.
You had 30 fucking songs. And one of those songs was on the End of Days soundtrack. Oh my god. And it was apparently like an industrial song.
Wow, really?
Yeah. And I barely remember it. But people always say this isn't even Guns N' Roses because none of the original members are on there. Dizzy
Buckethead does a good job.
Yeah.
Dizzy Reed is on this album, their keyboardist. So there's
Buckethead.
part of Guns N' Roses, and that's the thing. Buckethead is on this album,
Well, he's there to replace Slash.
and it blew me away. I remember watching the MTV VMA
Yeah,
things
that was a big thing.
when all of a sudden Jimmy Fallon's like Guns N' fucking Roses, and they come out there and he's running around and he's all out of breath and can't fucking sing, and I'm like, I
Who's
see
this guy with
Buckethead up
the-
there.
What is up with that?
Earth.
I'm looking at
No,
Buckethead.
we were just like, why is Buckethead up here?
Yeah,
Oh,
and
yeah.
Dad's
Like-
like, well, yeah, he's
Slash.
joined them now. I was like, what? I was
Why?
like, man, I love Buckethead, but with him being up there with Guns N' Roses, it looked like a fucking circus show. 'Cause you got
You look at this. You look at this fucking band for this album, and it's fucking all over the place.
You've got a fat ass, aging Axl Rose with cornrows, barely holding a nose.
Yeah, he doesn't even look. He looks like a Chinese guy in this picture. I'm like, who the is that fucking Axl? I'm like, God damn.
You should see him now, dude. He's so fat.
And then you had Buckethead in his bright yellow jumpsuit and his KFC funeral bucket and his white fucking
You know,
mask.
if you take
Long
away, if you
black
cover
hair.
up the help, he looks like he should be a member of Slipknot.
And it's like, I always thought.
See,
you
that's
know,
not what he looked like when I saw him. When I saw him, he wore the blue jumpsuit.
When I remember thinking, so maybe Axl Rose only got Buckethead because his bucket is like reminiscent of Slash's top hat.
Well, yeah, I mean,
I
that's
think he got him because he can do.
the guitar. I mean,
He can
Obviously.
do
I mean,
Slash,
he is.
but better.
It's like the alternate version of Slash. You know, the
It's like
mysterious-
evil
Slash's
Slash.
face is always covered. You can never see Slash's face, just like Buckethead. Slash wore a hat. Well, Buckethead has a bucket on his head. Okay. Slash always wore he'll wear like those weird outfits. Well, Buckethead wears jumpsuits. They're both amazing guitarists. So I mean, it literally was just the alternate version because he couldn't get Slash back. Slash was like, "Fuck you."
True.
That's what this whole album was just the best. And I wouldn't be surprised. That's probably one of the things that caused why it took so damn long. Even though all those songs, lawyers started getting involved from the rest of the band members. He was probably using samplings of what the other members came up and were like, "No, you can't do that."
And then you got, when that happened,
Yeah, because Buckethead left way before that album came out. He
Buckethead
was,
left before
Buckethead is
2004.
not going to be part of a band. That's the thing.
Yeah,
You
unfortunately,
don't lock
his picture's
Buckethead
always
down.
in here now.
He is a solo guy, and that is where he is comfortable. You don't try
He
to put
looked like a
Buckethead
motherfucker.
in a band. You know what I mean? Don't put him in contracts.
And so when that happened, that was right at the peak of my Guns N' Roses fandom as a teenager. And I was excited. I was like, yeah, this can be cool. We'll probably get a new album. And it didn't happen.
Yeah, that was what, 2003?
2002.
Two. Wow.
There was another band come out with an album called Chinese Democracy too.
Offspring.
Offspring.
Uh-huh.
They said.
And then they got hit with a lawsuit, and they said, nope, we're not doing it. We're going to call it Splinter.
But
They should have fought it, dude, because what was they didn't even have it copywritten yet.
There probably wasn't even a fucking album. There was nothing to the album yet.
And the Offspring was putting out an album that would have been great, man.
But
oh my
I'll
god.
admit that is cool to see it either.
so everything went away. They quit talking about it. Canceled a bunch of tour dates again. And then
The
out
album.
of nowhere, in 2008, the Chinese Democracy is finally released. And tell me what y'all think. Because this is where it's about to get controversial. As
I
far
like
as-
it.
It's not bad.
I like it.
It ain't as good as Use Your Illusion, but it's damn sure better than fucking Appetite. It's just it's weird. It's Guns N' Roses, but it's just Guns N' Roses featuring Axl Rose.
The thing is, for me, I think it's good enough.
I mean, Buckethead kicks ass on it.
Yeah. Buckethead and Brain.
Yeah, Brain.
Could you imagine Buckethead and Slash playing together?
That'd be pretty.
That'd be a
tight.
pretty sweet ass fucking
That
combination.
would be.
You'd
That
have
would be
power-
like.
you'd have the power ballad riffs that Slash plays, and you got this fucking the crazy shit fucking Buckethead plays.
Dude, that would.
throw in
That would,
Primus.
that would be like.
Les Claypool
as
on that bitch?
epic as the duel from Metalocalypse.
Or Daffy Duck versus Donald Duck.
Right?
And fucking
Right?
Roger Rabbit.
Roger Rabbit. Oh my god. Hell yeah, dude. Just like that. But Buckethead and Slash, if they ever got on stage together, dude, you know every guitar player done busted a nut.
Yeah.
And then the magical baby will form on stage, and this baby will be the ultimate guitarist of all time.
Right? This album, Chinese Democracy, the first. Alright. I knew it was coming out. In 2008, they released a song, and there was already album artwork for it. So at that point, I was like, it's coming out. And then I knew you were not gonna buy it.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on buying.
Travis was like,
Of most
No,
people. He
I'm
wasn't
out.
alone. Most
And
people
I'm
are like,
like-
not going to give him time of day.
are you kidding me, dude?
Because it's not Guns N' Roses.
You have a job right now. You can fucking fund this album. I know it's gonna suck, and you know it's gonna suck.
After the spaghetti
but you've
incident.
been fucking you've been like talking about this band, and we have both been hyping over this fucking album forever, man. You have to hear this.
Yeah, that spaghetti
So-
incident. That spaghetti incident
This
left
goes
a bad
into-
taste in your mouth. It really left a bad taste in. And then most of the band being gone, it's just Axl Rose.
But this goes into you having, or this Stasi comes into this because she was getting you a
CD player.
CD player in your truck or something, and
He was moving on up.
For old Christmas.
she got a Best Buy credit card, and she was like, "Is there anything else that we should just randomly throw on here for Christmas?" And I was like, "Travis talked about Guns N' Roses." And it was like, I know he's not gonna buy it, but I know we both want
You
to.
should have just stuck it. You should have just stuck it. You shouldn't even gave him the disc. You should have hit it and just stuck
They
the disc
also
in the
had the
display.
vinyl there too, because you know they only sold it at Best Buy at that time. It was exclusive to Best Buy, which is stupid. Very.
I hate this
stupid.
exclusive for anything.
Why
Video
would
games,
you
movies,
exclusively
all this
sell it at one store? Why?
They had Best Buy paid
That
a
like
shit.
makes no sense to me.
Best Buy paid a shitload of money to have the rights
Doesn't
to
matter
sell it.
how much Best Buy put in for it. It's
You know how much money they had to
Why?
make back on this album?
Yeah.
They had to make
Right?
back a lot of money. So Best
and
Buy
I bought
offered
it at a pawn shop.
Yeah, so y'all got it for me for Christmas, and I was like, hell yeah.
Okay,
That's cool as shit.
I'll give it a shot.
And then we put it in. because you heard that song on the radio, and I didn't hear that.
When I first heard Chinese Democracy, I was driving home from work, and Chris Chaos on Rock 103 was like, "We're about to play it, first time ever here on Rock 103. Guns N' Roses, Chinese Democracy. Call me up and let me know what you think." And like, it's playing, and I'm like, whatever. And I call him up, and I'm like, "What up, dude? It's Monster." He's like, "What's up, Monster?" Because like, there was a moment in time where I was calling Chris Chaos all the time and fucking with him on the radio.
I don't even hear him on the radio anymore.
He does.
He's on that
Yeah.
106.
He went to one of those.
Oh, he's not even on that anymore?
I don't hear him on that anymore.
I wonder if he still has his bar. He had a bar, Chaos on the Rocks.
I don't
I don't
know.
That was
know
a
if that's
while back.
You know, my boss bought a bar.
Recently?
Yeah. After he bought the fucking new shop that I work at.
So
Yeah.
he owns a bar now.
The Tavern.
Oh, he bought the tavern.
He bought the Tavern.
Yeah, because they closed.
They closed, yeah.
So he bought
But
that shop too?
what the fuck? I mean, you're paying, like, everything that comes to the spa is free. And you bought the Tavern? You are fucking retarded.
Oh well. Oh well. So I called Chris Chaos up. and
Yeah. It's
I-
off subject, sorry.
At first I'm like, "You know what, man? I don't know." He's like, "I don't know either, dude." And I was like, "Alright, dude, take it easy." And that was the last I even thought about it. Listened to it on the way home. I never thought about it again until y'all got it for me on Christmas. And
No, because before that, me and Stasi were playing Rock Band. And the song,
Shackler's
it's on here,
Revenge.
Shackler's Revenge,
It
the
was on
second
Rock
track.
And I don't even remember it on there. I don't even remember y'all playing it.
Dude, we
Yeah.
tried to. It was really hard because of the Buckethead.
As soon
It
as
was a Buckethead song. That's the hard part
Day
about
This
it.
came out, it was on Rock Band also. They hyped
the
it
full
up.
band, the full
The
album.
full album was on Rock Band. I remember that.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't, I was like, fuck Guns N' Roses. I was with Travis on that. I was like, fuck Guns N' Roses.
Oh man. And
I don't even
So-
remember how I accidentally ended up hearing it.
And you know, they say this is what, part one?
part 2's never gonna happen.
It's not. Especially with not the original fucking.
Well, these guys all.
Well, yeah, those guys aren't gonna work. The only returning member from this album is gonna be Axl. But if it ever happens, it will not have Slash.
So
If it has Slash,
Well, that's what he's trying to do right now.
you both can
They're
punch
trying
me in
to
the
get-
nose.
They're trying
You
to get
both
Slash
can
to come
break
back.
my nose if you want to.
well, that's where
I will accept that.
things are about to get controversial, man. Things are about to get controversial. So we put it in 2008 Christmas. We listened to it.
And
we
we
get stoned.
love it.
Yeah, we loved it. I was like, damn, this is pretty good. I really, really wanted to hate this album.
I know.
I wanted
I
to
know.
hate it so bad.
But
I was
it's
like,
great.
fuck this. This
Because
is only Axl.
You already
There's
set your
nobody
limit.
else.
You set it so low. You already. This is gonna be suck. After Spaghetti Incident, everyone's gone except for Axl.
Waited
You know it's
18
gonna
years.
suck. So he said, "Fuck it. I don't even want to give it the time of day. I'm not gonna give it a
I
chance."
wanted to hate
And then when
it
it's good,
so
you're like,
bad.
"Fuck, you're making me feel bad because I hated it." And then now you realize you
hated it.
You shouldn't have
wanted
hated
to
it.
so bad.
I
So
really love it.
It's great.
Oh, it's bad.
when it was over,
Bad.
I was like, it's okay.
He's in it now.
And then I didn't listen to it for years until we started the Monster from the Studio show, and I was like, oh, we might could do this album on the Monster show. Me, you, and Smokey and Stas put it in, got stoned, and when we were listening to it again, 3 years later,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, wow,
Yeah.
I forgot
How good it was.
fucking good this was.
It's a. I'm sorry.
and,
That is a good album.
and so this is where it's about to get controversial. This is my favorite Guns N' Roses album.
I don't blame you.
I agree.
Not
I hear
blamed.
you. It's not just because of the Buckethead, but god damn it,
It is. No, it's genuinely
mean-
that good.
it is.
This
He stopped doing drugs. He got cleaned up. He had to get rid of his whole damn old band.
I can't believe you actually said that, but I totally agree with you because everything else is all right.
this
I enjoy it, but this is
not only was this worth the 18-year wait,
I don't think an 18-year wait.
It's long enough. We can wait longer.
No, I don't
This-
think that's worth a wait for an album. I'm sorry. 18 years.
to me, it surpassed all expectations.
Dude, it took us 6 years to do Cheddar Pond.
This passed all
If we did
expectations.
18 years on Cheddar Pond,
You remember when this was announced?
If-
The way they did it?
I couldn't
it
think
blew
about
up the
talking about
world.
Cheddar Pond for 18 years.
People were tripping out.
And,
that
people,
it
a lot of
finally
people
came
freaked out because of the fact that Slash, everyone was gone except for
Now
Axl.
here's the thing. All right,
It worked though. It worked.
everybody bitches. It's not Guns N' Roses. It's not Guns N'
Yeah.
Roses without blah 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 blah. Well, okay. People
Well,
say
Guns
that.
N' Roses has been a switching band since the beginning.
People say that shit about any band that loses a fucking member or all the members or whatever.
Metallica, when so many bassists they've gone through, and they go, it's not the same.
And
Bands move on and they get better.
I was one of those people. I was like, fuck that shit, man. Slash, come on, dude. Slash is amazing. Until I started listening to better guitarists. Like I said earlier, when you look at all the 80s guys, Slash is just a decent ass dude. When people like Kurt Hammett blow his ass out the water.
Yeah.
And then, not taking anything away from Slash because he's a badass. But,
Yeah.
this album,
Honestly, you ain't saying nothing controversial.
fucking,
You spoke the truth. It's just how it is. It's the way the world's gone. He got smart and he picked out better musicians to fill the slots. That Axl Rose is a good singer. He's really he's a good, but like if you got rid of Axl Rose, it really isn't gonna be Guns N' Roses anymore.
this is fucking, to me his voice is amazing on this album. When he couldn't hold a note live on that MTV thing, and then when I hear this, I'm like, wow, he still has it if he's standing still.
And not drinking and doing drugs. That's his whole. That was his biggest problem. Is that.
But this, like I said, this is my favorite Guns N' Roses album because it takes so many steps forward. It, like I praised, and I will still say, the Use Your Illusion albums are the magnum opus. As Guns N' Roses, the band, with
Axl
Slash
Rose.
and fucking Izzy and all of them. That's their magnum opus.
The best they could ever do as a group.
Yeah. This right here
Axl
Well,
is
they're not a
Axl
group right there
Rose's
anymore.
magnum opus.
Yes. This is his triumphant return to being.
Now, you could say, change the name. It's not Guns N' Roses.
Yeah.
You could. Because I've always said
What
this
the
album...
fuck?
This album is technically
Oh,
Axl Rose,
why?
Use Your Illusion 3.
God
And,
damn it.
dude, especially when I listened to it today, this is the first time I listened to it since the time we got stoned with Smokey and Stas listening to it for the show. And when I put it in today, it's blew me away how fucking good this album is. I wanted to hate it so bad, but I
That's
cannot
fucked
deny
up. I can't play
how
like this.
epic this fucking album gets. This fucking album...
Yeah, but the controls are different.
This fucking album utilizes orchestras amazingly well. There's electronica beats on songs, and they use them amazingly well.
Yeah, they do.
A thing that blows me away is nothing on here touches any of the popular things at the time. This is 2008. There could have easily been a Seether style song on here.
Yeah.
There's nothing new metal about this. There's some industrial moments. The album gets really fucking heavy, and the ballads, god damn, the ballads are fucking amazing. Buckethead's guitar work stands out.
Yes, it does.
And you can tell when it's Buckethead playing the guitar parts.
But he's on every song.
And he kicks its ass. Now here's another part where it's about to get controversial. To me, the solos on every song on this album blow Slash's solos out of the water from all the early Guns N' Roses stuff.
They do.
These solos fucking blow my ass. And
It's because it's Buckethead.
it's Buckethead and some other dudes, and because it's like Buckethead will get a line, somebody else will get a line, and it flows so great. And
That's the thing. There's more guitar players on here than there is songs.
yeah, and fucking dude,
That's why it works.
it starts off with Chinese Democracy, which the song kicks ass. It begins the album making you think, okay, Guns N' Roses is kind of back, it's decent enough. But when Buckethead's first solo comes in and it's and he does the kill switch,
Yeah.
Yeah.
he hits on the fucking kill switch button, you're like, oh shit.
Shit just got real.
Yeah, this isn't the normal Guns N' Roses. This shit is fucking top ass notch. I will say my only complaint about the Chinese Democracy song is the intro is too goddamn long. It's
Yeah.
a minute of
Yeah.
bullshit. A minute
And then it
of
gets
fucking
into the song.
Well, it's like you waited 18 years. A minute or two you could survive another minute or two. You'll
Yeah.
live.
But damn, when the song kicks in, it's like, oh shit, okay, all right,
Who am
that
I
was
playing?
good.
Aaron Black.
But let's see
No,
what
that's
else
not
you
fighting.
got. Let's see what else you got. Then it goes into
Yeah, I don't pick-
Shackler's.
God damn it! I don't want to be Kenshi.
Fuck some Kenshi. It goes into Shackler's Revenge, which is fucking mind blowing. So that's track 1 and 2. It's like, oh my god, dude, because Shackler's Revenge, dude, has a badass guitar riff. Buckethead is really noticeable on this song.
Yes, he is.
The fucking solo. The solo is amazing and then weird. It gets a little avant-garde on the solo, man. More Buckethead stuff. Then you get the song Better. And it's got
See, that's the funny thing, because he cannot play these songs live, because no one else is going to be able to do
yeah,
Buckethead.
that's the sad thing, dude. So you get to the song Better, and it starts off with a really cool electronic intro. Then it kind of starts to suck. And,
But then it gets really good. That even though that little ballad kind of sucks, it's still pretty fucking good.
then in the middle, it starts to go into this metal sound. And, it kind of sounds like mid-2000s metal, but not to the point where it's like, this is awful. But it's a decent fucking song. It's a rocket track with a badass fucking solo. On track 3, I'm already like, damn, these solos, alright, especially after listening to every Guns N' Roses album, front to back, all the way through, all day long, when I got to Chinese Democracy, I was so happy with the variety. I was so happy
Yeah.
with just the difference in the way the band sounded. And so after that, you get the song Sweet Dreams. Starts off with great fucking piano and amazing.
Street of Dreams.
Oh my bad.
Because Sweet Dreams is you think of
I
I
was
mean it's
saying
close,
something
it's
else.
understandable. They're all excited about it. It's like
Yeah,
it's
I even
Street
wrote
of
it down as Sweet Dreams. I'm an idiot.
What is it called?
Street of Dreams.
Street
Oh.
of Dreams. I'm dyslexic.
You can't even
It's like-
say it. You can't even say it.
Oh my god, that's awesome. I love that.
Get him. Get him to say it. Say it.
What?
Dyslexic.
Dyslexic.
Boom, he nailed it.
Oh, he did it.
Dyslexic.
See, if you can't, if you try to think about it.
Disc Lexus.
Dyslexic.
I like that.
Lexus.
But it starts off with great fucking piano and orchestral stuff. It's a fucking soft, feel-good kind of fucking track. And then gets really fucking jammy. And again,
Peanut butter and jam.
great fucking solo, dude. And then the track If the World. Is it If the World?
Yeah, If the World.
Fuck the world. It starts off with this cool kind of electro funk beat with this awesome Spanish guitar. And then the symphony comes in, man, and everything mixes so fucking well, dude. Then the song There Was a Time kind of has a cool hip-hoppy electro beat, and then amazing orchestral moments.
Fucker.
But it starts off feeling like a soft song, but then gets heavy as hell for the chorus. And there's a badass choir intro at the beginning that just makes it fucking epic, man. And again, great fucking solos. Then the song Catcher in the Rye is really fucking good. The melody is awesome. The pianos are fucking jammy. Then you get into song Scrapped. That song has an amazing vocal intro. The intro to Scrapped is fucking cool.
See, I don't remember any of the song titles.
Then it gets heavy as fuck.
I just remember it being good.
And then you get this song, I can't even really pronounce this, Raid in the Bedones? Bedones? Bedoons?
Riyadh in the Badoons.
Badoons. The Badoons.
Bedoons. And it's pretty damn good too. More sweet Buckethead moments. God, dude.
It's not like something you come up with in your high. Roads, really?
The Riots. The
Riyadh. We'll call
Riots.
it. It's like Indigada Devita.
In the God of Vida.
And then, dude, the song Sorry is kind of soft and kind of boring. A little too slow. But guess what? Amazing fucking solos. Dude. Fuck. So then, you get the song IRS. More sweet ass electronic drum beats mixed with great fucking electric and acoustic instruments.
This is like his atonement album to all his former fans
Dude.
and band members and everyone he's screwed over.
The solo is amazing. I love how they mix the acoustic and electric guitars together on that song. IRS is badass. Then you get Madagascar. It's fucking amazing. The orchestral moments, the badass horns in the intro. He kind of uses an old man voice. Like he sounds like an old ass man. Then there's like this great electronic beat. And then this crazy breakdown halfway through with like samples of people talking. And then it goes into, you remember the beginning of the Civil War song with the, well, what we've got here is failure to communicate. Well, like it jumps into that for a second and it goes, what we've got here, and then it's like skips to something else. It's kind of like a radio station switching around to all these different, like all these different like speeches and shit and like
That's
movie
cool.
samples. Like
I don't
wow,
remember
dude.
much from this album. I just remember liking it more than I have listening to all the others all the way through.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. I like to listen to full albums, and
This one holds my
holds
attention.
my attention more than all the others.
Since you got it,
That's-
dude, put it on your iPod when you get a chance. And
It is on my iPod.
well,
Dude,
definitely turn
all
that
of that
motherfucker on.
is on my iPod.
Well, definitely turn that motherfucker on one day, dude. When you get high,
I do.
fucking
I do.
dude.
I just don't remember the song titles.
Oh.
Yeah, I just play
It'd
it.
be nice to get high, would it be?
Dude, I listen to a lot of music, man. I don't sit here and play fucking video games and shit. I mean, I might sit here and
most of the time
play
I
video
see him
games,
on,
but there's
it's like
goddamn
watching
music
YouTube.
going on while I'm doing it.
I mean, I totally agree with you, man. Like this album, it holds my attention more than all the others because there's so much variety. It holds my attention better than the Use Your Illusion albums. The Use Your Illusion albums are fucking amazing, but like I said, there are songs I would skip. This album, no fucking
One of
skipping.
my moves.
Out of all the Guns N' Roses album, I'm not skipping a single track. Then the track This Is Love, the final song. Great fucking piano, great orchestra, great solos. Damn good soft song. And it builds to this fucking epic ass fucking shit. Then, my bad, the actual final song of the album is Prostitute. And it's really fucking good. Badass fucking ending for an album. Like the album, it ends the album like on a high note because it's epic as shit, it's heavy, it's orchestral, and then it ends with this soft couple like good minute of like the orchestra like turning down. It's not fading out, but like you can tell they're playing
softer.
Exactly. And it ends the album on such a high note.
It's a real version of the fade out.
Yeah. And it just blows my fucking asshole out, dude. I'm talking porn star, wide ass butthole, fucking
Hot
big,
dog down a tunnel.
fuck yeah, dude. That's what this album does to my asshole.
So your asshole is that wide? To have a
Just
hot
now.
dog run down a tunnel.
When I listen to Chinese Democracy, I mean, dude, it's the best Guns N' Roses album, dude. I hate to fucking say it, but I'm fucking saying it here.
Why
right
do you hate
here.
to say it? Because it is the best.
I mean, it's because I hate to
I mean,
say it
dude, no.
because
That's your opinion.
yeah,
That's your opinion. Fuck everyone else's opinion.
I think that's almost everyone else's opinion now.
I mean, but I don't.
Nah,
see,
because
that's-
everyone
I don't
else is
know.
gonna be like, nah, man. How could you hate on
Nah,
appetite for
see?
destruction?
See,
dude?
that's the thing.
That's what I was talking about with it being controversial, right?
Yeah.
I like this a million times more than Appetite for
I
Destruction.
mean, if people want to say it, this is Axl Rose's best work. How about that? Use Your
Just like I
Illusions
said.
is everyone's best work. That's not Axl Rose's.
Axl by himself with a bunch of other badass dudes.
Yeah.
Fucking golden, dude.
Nobody's gonna say that the other
Fucking
guys weren't good.
golden.
They were. That was their time. And
And-
this is this guy. Their time.
Yeah, and it's like, if this was the last Guns N' Roses album ever, I'm totally satisfied. Which I'm sure it is going to be the final.
You kind of hope it is because the fact that he's just trying to reunite the old band,
'cause if
it might suck.
That's what worries me, dude. Is like, man, we
Well,
waited
they're
so
only gonna
long.
play the classics.
We waited so long for this, and then other people waited so long for the original guys to get back. If they release an album and it sucks, it's gonna like fuck everything up, dude.
Because this one is so good. Plus, on top of this, there's no way Slack, if he came to play, he can't compete with what Buckethead did.
That's the
Everyone's going to be
thing.
comparing him to that, like, well, Buckethead did it better. And everyone's going to say,
And
well,
I will, dude.
oh, yeah, because
The
it's
solos on the guitar work on this album alone.
like once you've had filet mignon, you're not going to want to fucking just regular old fucking flank steak. You're going to be like, man, this sucks. I want my old shit
this
back.
fucking album, dude. God, man. It is the best Guns N' Roses. It's the
Yeah.
best album with Guns N' Roses' name on it. Use Your Illusion 1 and 2. Guns N' Roses original lineup, magnum opus. Chinese Democracy, Axl Rose's
Magnum opus.
I mean, seriously, dude. Fucking, it's mind blowing. It surprises me at every turn because it doesn't go for that heavy metal blues rock sound. It does so
doesn't.
much different.
Well,
There was some R&B on it.
Because he paid attention and learned from his mistakes. Instead of trying to keep doing the same thing, which was starting to fail them, take a little bit of what's popular now. Let's use what's around you.
It was totally worth the wait. Now me, I didn't wait 18 years.
No.
Like I said, I didn't start.
It's not like we
getting
sat
into it.
around waiting for, I'm not going to listen to nothing else so Guns N' Roses comes
I
back.
mean,
Yeah,
I didn't
right.
start listening to them heavily till 2001.
Jesus Christ.
And I was done by 2003. So really, I waited what, 5-6 years?
You didn't even wait because you just didn't care anymore after the spaghetti incident. You're like, fuck
I
them,
was
I'm
like,
done with
fuck
them.
this. But this album to me made up for all that shit. Like, I love Lies. I love Use Your Illusion 1 and 2. Like, so Chinese Democracy, my number 1 favorite. Number 2 favorite's gonna be Use Your Illusion 1 and 2. Number 3 favorite is Lies. Number 4 favorite, Appetite for Destruction. Last, not fucking favorite, is the fucking bottom of the barrel spaghetti bullshit. And
Yeah.
but Zach has his very own spaghetti incident. When you had
What?
that big party here last year with Eric, and y'all made spaghetti, and then like Eric
Oh, yeah, that
threw a
motherfucker
plate.
actually-
He threw a plate
I
of
mean,
spaghetti.
that shit is in the fucking. It's on Facebook forever. I have pictures. The motherfucker, I don't know what he did. He got drunk. Like, he got fucking stupid drunk. He was also doing pills at the time. And he fucking
Surprised.
was making homemade spaghetti with his own sauce. And then Lauren and April got here. The point was Lauren and April were coming to watch Walking Dead. And Eric was making spaghetti for his girlfriend and April. So 3 hours later, his fucking sauce is ready after the show is over.
Wow, so that's
And
like 12.
That should have been fucking.
Right.
That should have been swinging ass sauce and takes 3 hours to make.
Right. He should have started that before the fucking show even started.
Motherfucker just got a bottle of Prego
But
and
he
stuck
got
it in
drunk.
the pan.
He got drunk, and then he was making it while he was drunk, and it just made the shit awful, dude. The fucking food was awful,
God
man. Oh my
damn it.
god. I had to be in the
There's
fucking
things
kitchen.
you don't do drunk.
I had to be in the kitchen with him to make sure the food got done
It's
right.
catch
To
on
at least
fire.
to where I can fucking eat it.
Wow.
And April to this day says that food was awful. I'm like, hey dude, at least you got to eat. I'm sorry. I apologize for that. I am so sorry. But
So how does the plate wind up in the bathroom?
I don't even know. Like
Somebody was probably eating it like, oh, this is disgusting. Fuck this shit.
for some reason, he walked into the bathroom with his plate of food. I don't even know why. Who the fuck walks into the fucking bathroom with a plate of food?
A drunk person does. He probably walked in it because he had to pee. He was still trying to eat. Probably just blacks out and drops the damn plate.
He says he clotheslined himself. How do you clothesline yourself?
He was piss ass drunk. Anything is possible at that stage.
But from the way you describe it, the sound does not represent I accidentally dropped my plate of spaghetti in the bathtub all over the bathroom.
He didn't say that. I heard it. And I ran back there and said, what the fuck did you just do?
Now, if he said he somehow closed on himself, he'd probably be like slug, like,
And
oh
he-
shit! Whoa.
That's exactly what he said. I just clotheslined
Because
myself.
then he ends up slinging the spaghetti, so it goes everywhere. The plate
April
lands.
and Lauren were here when it happened, and I am probably drunk at the time that it happened, but I am more sober than this dude, and I'm like, what the fuck?
That is so fucked up. That's impressive.
Oh my, like, I can't even do that.
There's nothing in your bathroom to clothesline oneself on, anyways.
You are cleaning this, but I'm taking pictures.
I think it sounded more like he slipped on something. He just lost his foot.
There's nothing to slip on your way to the bathroom.
You got
Everything
shoes
is
on?
carpet. Everything is carpet, dude.
He chipped on a carpet fiber. He's
I don't
drunk.
understand. Like, dude, to this day, it really puzzles me.
Yeah, why the fuck
How
do you have
do
a
you
carpet
slip?
bathroom too? That's horrible.
My bathroom isn't carpet, but it's carpet leading into the
Yeah,
bathroom. But
that's
there's no way
horrible.
that he could have been slippery. There's no way. There's
You know when you're drunk how
I mean,
gravity works on you.
God damn it! There's no way.
You know, because you guys get gravity.
You just said, like, what it sounded like is he had his plate and he said, he just threw it.
Probably did. Like, ooh, spider.
'Cause that's what it sounded like. He wanted to hit a spider.
The spider's like, oh shit. Oh shit. And it was like,
Meatballs and sauce.
I wish I was here, man.
I hate having roommates, man. That's why I'll never have roommates again.
See, that's why you also don't get piss ass drunk and have
No.
a gun. Spider!
That's why if you're gonna move in with somebody, at least let it be somebody you've known for like at least 10 years.
And not somebody you'd have
10
sex
years.
with, though. Then it comes.
The only person that's kind of moved in here that I've had sex with is Militia.
That was an ordeal.
That was.
Left that bitch
That
out
was
in
like
the rain.
2, 3 years ago.
That was so fucking funny.
Threw up in your bushes.
Oh my
I threw
god.
up in your bushes and I let the plate of peanuts out.
That shit was so hilarious.
And we're all at Albuquerque, and she's like emailing me on Facebook. Will you please tell your brother to get me?
That's what's crazy, man. Why do all my exes go to you?
I'm standing out in the rain.
Because you ignore the
noticed
fuck out
that?
of them.
Have you noticed that? All my exes go to you. and they're
Because
like,
you ignore them, so they figure they bother Travis. Travis gonna tell you to say
I
do
just text
something
her.
like.
I emailed her back. I'm just like, yeah, I told him. And then I look at her like, hey, she's stuck in the rain at your house. Fuck it. We stayed at El Caro for like 3.5 more hours.
Yup. Yes, we did.
That was funny.
And we didn't even go back to Zach's house. We went straight to my house and we fucking partied.
Yeah.
And Zach comes home talking about, there was throw up in the bushes.
And there was a
Good times. Good times.
peanut. There was a peanut. There was like a cup of peanuts, like boiled peanuts, just kind of sitting there.
Oh
like,
my god.
you don't live here, bitch.
So that
I've known
was
you for like 3 weeks. 3 weeks.
so that was the Guns N' Roses retrospective.
Along with it was a recto.
Well, as much as it blew his asshole out, it was a rectal.
Yeah,
It was a rectal spective with militia and drunk ass
Dyslexics.
roommate.
Dyslexo.
Check it out. Absolutely fucking amazing.
My favorite one, y'all.
David Bowie.
It'll blow your brains out your ass.
Now,
So we'll see you guys on the next Speaker Brains.
Peace.
Keep braining.
We're gonna come up with better ones someday.